Good morning and welcome back to a brand new episode of Ads Metal Detecting. I'm Ads, and on today's episode we are up bright and early. I can see the sun just coming up over there. I'm still recovering. Massive temperature last week after I got back. Literally delirious in my bed, couldn't move, temperature spiking. Honestly, one of the worst things ever. And it's took me a long time to recover from it. I'm still, you can hear my voice is a little bit gruff. So if you hear any breathing or sniffling today, I do apologise, but I can't help it. I'm under the weather, but I want to get out. We have had a deluge of rain. And when I say a deluge, I mean an absolute deluge. So this should make the ground pop. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over old ground. Yes, we're back on this field. Yes, we've had a lot from it. It's never let us down. We're back here. We're hopeful. Just going to concentrate down that bottom bit where the little Saxon silver brooch came up, where the dice came up, where the medieval ring came up, where the hammers came up, where various other things come up. Just see whether we can find anything else now that the signals may pop through a bit more with that nice moisture in the ground. So, don't want to waffle on too much. We're going to get going in a second, but as always, we're sponsored by Dragon Detecting, so for all your detector needs, and to get 10% off most items, that's their logo there, and to get, there's your code, which is AMD10. That'll get you 10% off most items there. You can also use that at Relics MD and at Swing and Dig, so go ahead and use them at all three stores and take advantage of them. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. It really does help the channel. If you've watched more than one episode, then why aren't you subscribed? And if you are, thank you very, very much. I'm going to get going, so I'll see you in a little second. Right guys, we're on to our first little signal just here. 11s, 12s. As always, well, as always we tried to do. Digging the first signal live. Down there. Out. And my guess would be a tiny bit of lead, because we always struggle to locate those. And there we go. And this looks to me like a bit of a lead button. Let me pull this up and we'll have a look. So always when it's quite hard to find with the pinpointer, it tends to be these little tiny bits of lead, and I think on the back lots these little lead buttons, which we've found a lot of recently. But that's the first signal done and dusted. Let's carry on and let's see what else we can find today. On to the next. Right guys, got a signal down there. Don't even need to dig it. I put this down there. Second, just down there. Just tripped over this. Been down here plenty of times, so it's surprising. But that's just sat on the surface. 10s, 11s mainly. It's just this. Just there. So look, I can see a little bit of a bust just on that side. To me this is Roman. It's a little, looks like, might be like a bronze follis, the remnants of. Let's have a little spray. I thought we were onto a little cut quarter, to be honest. when I first saw it just laying there, but it looks to me like it could be similar to the Constantine, the bronze phallus. Well, the two of them that we've found on here. Could be wrong. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I think this is a bronze phallus, the remnants of. So we've got bush just there. I can't see what this says around here. And on the other side, just there. That's lovely. Not bad for a first find. A little Roman coin. The remnants of, anyway. Brilliant. Let's keep going and see what else we can find. To the next. Right, guys. Little signal down there. We'll go through the VDIs first. (1617s). And that is what I've seen. Which I think is a little cut quarter that we've lost. Huh. There we go. Right, let's get you up onto my mount and we'll have a look and see what we've got. Right, guys, there we go. You can see now it's coming through. Looks like a cut quarter to me. As always, we normally find Henry III's on here, voided long crosses, but we're going to have a clean up, see what we've got. You can see, let me just move that because it's going insane because of the magnetism. Right, there we go. You can see on the ground, you can see the moisture that is in this ground, which should help pop some signals through. Give that a little dry. And guys, there we go. It's actually, looking at it, a voided short cross because I can see it ends just there. So it'll be one of the four. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to find that out on here. I'm not 100% sure, I can't quite see. We might get something from that once we're at home and we are able to see. It's a little voided short cross. Let's get some pictures. Let's carry on and see what else we can find. Right, guys, I think we've doubled up for the day. I think that's another hammered down there. Let's go over the VDIs. Solid 10s. And it is just here. And one thing I do like when the rain falls is how nice some of these can come out. Look at that. There we go. Another cut quarter. This one is a voided long cross. Let's give it a bit of a clean up. See what we've got. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning detail on this one. And obviously we've already said that it's a voided long cross, so it's going to be a Henry III. I haven't dropped anything today. Normally dropping things. Probably a good job with these little cut quarters. But there we go. There we go, guys. Another hammered. That's 2 for today. Now let's carry on and see what else we can find. That's 2 hammered for the day. This field never, ever, 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 ever lets me down. Let's keep going. Right, guys, it's very sparse. When I do get a signal, it seems to be quite good. Just down there, I think we've got another little clog clasp. '20s, 21s. It's just this one. Now, we found one of these the other day. I think it's a clog clasp. I think this is obviously later. I think this is late medieval, post-medieval. I think probably post-medieval, like the other one the other day. But it's a clog clasp, it's an artefact. We're down this bottom bit where everything seems to come up. And it's another nice little artefact. So we're going to carry on, we're going to see what else we can find. But there we go, little clog clasp. On to the next. Right, guys, just from down in there, quite deep, you're talking pinpointers depth, just in that corner there, and that has just come out, which is a little coin. And it's this. And we're not talking too old yet. It's a halfpenny. And I think Queen Elizabeth just there. Not sure what the date is on that. It's corroded. Not sure, but there we go, a little halfpenny. It's another find for the day. Let's carry on and see what else we find. On to the next. Right, guys, we're going very long stretches where there's no signals, and then all of a sudden there's a little few signals, and then it seems to be something good every time. A little bit down there. Tens, 11s, and it's just this one, which I think there's a bit of a Roman coin. We think. Let's have a quick spray and let's see what we've got. Still feeling whatever this is that I've got, but trying to keep going. Alright, guys, let me put that away and let me switch angles. Alright, guys, there we go. There is enough there for me to suggest that that is the remnants of a Roman coin. We've not got much here. We can see something there, which I'm guessing would be the bust, because on this side, look, we've got a person holding a staff and the writing round there. So we've got a little bit of a Roman. I think that's 2 for the day, is it? Sure it is. Now that's quite interesting there. Although that could just be the layer there, but this corrosion, this redness there at the top suggests that there might have been something lent on that in the ground. Normally a coin. But there we go, little Roman. Let's carry on, see what else we can find. Right, guys, been a tough old morning, but just down there, I think we've got a day maker. I'm really happy with what I've just seen. I'm going to take you down and show you, but that is stunning. And I've been looking for one of these as well on this field, because the ones that we've had, just to give you a clue, found one a long time ago on a group dig, little baby. We've had one on here, little baby, heavily corroded, and then the channel hasn't seen one come up in this nice condition, and it's been a very long time since I've found one in this condition, and the last one that I found in this condition was huge. So that might give you a clue what it is, but you know, if I don't find anything else, you know, this is what I've got to get excited for today, because it's beautiful, and I'm feeling really rough, but that has perked me up a little bit. So let's go down, let's see what we've got. But yeah, a field where we'd have never found this much Roman before, now produces a lot of Roman for some unknown reason. It's normally medieval, and for those on the channel that don't know, I'm not great at Roman coins, but we're starting to find a lot here. Let's go down, let's have a look, because you don't want to see this ugly mug feeling rough anymore. So let's go down, let's have a look. Right guys, we're going to do the VDIs. It's just down here. Ranging all the way, 22s all the way up to 27s. It isn't the clearest signal. To be fair, I thought it might be a nail, something like that. I mean, it's only by the sparse signals that have really ended up digging that one, because it was very iffy. But let's go down and let's have a look what it is. Right guys, that's what I've seen, and I can already see some of this design coming through here, and this, I don't think the spring's there from what I've seen, but let's have a look. Let's get it up and let's have a look. Let me put you on my mount. Right guys, there we go. No spring, but I can already see some of this design coming through, and I don't think it'll take much cleaning. We've got a little catch plate there where the pin would have come down as well, which is beautiful to have. Let's give this a brush, maybe a light squirt, and see what we can see. There we go, a little light square. I don't want to use too much. Being attacked by wasps and flies. And give this, I don't think it's going to take a lot, to be fair. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. That is absolutely beautiful. It's a shame, let me tilt you a little bit, it's a shame there's no sun out to capture this. But look at that. Look how stunning this is. That, to me, is a day maker. Because I don't normally find them like this, with this little catch plate in still. I always wonder what these were. Because you'll probably, like me, have seen very different theories, places of worship of some kind to the gods, sacrifices to God, burials, but one theory, because they're always broken, is with it being spurned down, melted down to rework to make more, were they just lost? It always goes through my head at what was happening for somebody to lose something so beautiful. And to them, over time. It may just have been, you know, that's it. Right, I'm not going to do too much cleaning. I've got no sun, so it's really, really hard to try and show you. But there we go, look at this detail all the way down there. I think, if I'm right, this is a dolphin brooch. Dolphin fibula brooch. But look at that beautiful design all the way down there, look. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And this, I'd rather take over coins all day long, something that was somebody's, that was personal to them. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It would have been nice to have this part. Would have obviously been nice to have the pin as well, but they're so brittle. But what was the person doing that either got rid of this or lost this? But that is absolutely stunning. Daymaker, absolutely. Absolutely. There we go. Let's get some pictures and move on, because we're having a very mixed day, and as I say, signals are becoming sparse, and I did expect the signals to open up because of the rain, but they are becoming sparse. But when we do hit a nice signal, it is something good. But look at that. Look at that design work just there. Absolutely stunning all the way down there, look. Let's get some pictures. We'll move on to the next. Right guys, it's been a long old day. Here early morning, been in about 5 hours now. It's taking its toll, and it's really taking its toll because the signals are so sparse, and when you're swinging for ages without digging, it really starts to work on that arm, especially when I'm under the weather, if I haven't mentioned it already. But it's turned into a really good day. Just down there, I think we're on to treble hammered. It's another cut quarter, I believe, but let's have a look. $15s, $16s, $17s. It's just down here, and that's what I've seen just there. So I think we're on to another little cut quarter. Let me switch camera so we can see. There we go. So that's what I've seen just there. My bet would be avoided long cross, but we're going to give it a little spray up. We're going to see what we've got. There we go, you can just see it coming through now. Well, this muddy weather is great for cleaning, but then you get it all back on you as you're trying to get through. But there we go, voided long cross again, cut quarter, and this will be another Henry III, which is absolutely stunning. So today we have had so many good finds And if I don't sound over ecstatic, I am on the inside, trust me. But that's another hammered coin. Absolutely stunning. 3 for the day. Plenty of Roman and artifacts. So absolutely stunning day. Let's carry on and see what else we've got. We're going to take a few pictures and then we'll move on. See you soon. Right guys, we are halfway through the day and it has been a stunning day. And normally I'd be much more excited than this, but it's been a tough day. Those signals are few and far between. Don't get me wrong, when they do come up, it's some nice stuff we've found, and that Roman brooch is absolutely beautiful. But I'm in two minds. I can either keep going on here and the signals be few and far between and hopefully some other good stuff comes up, or I feel just right next door. And the history cannot just stop here. It really can't. It really can't just be here and then nowhere else. I mean, it obviously can be. We've all had that experience where you go on a field that's absolutely producing left, right and centre, and then the next field right next door produces absolutely nothing. But to me, yeah, see, I'm falling into that trap. But I'm not sure. I am back up here tomorrow and that's where we're planning on going. So what I think I might do is another hour on here. Try and get myself a little bit more G'd up, a little bit more, you know, better, getting rid of this cold, infection, virus, whatever it is that I've had. You know, just get back in the mood ready for tomorrow. But no, I just thought I'd take this time, you know, update you and really say a big thank you. This channel was started in November, I believe. 9 months old. That's not very old. 10 months old. I just thought I'd stop halfway through. I'm just having a coffee. I'm trying to perk myself up, but I just thought I want to take this time just for a quick second, just to say thank you very much to each and every one of you that's watching as acorns try and fall on my head. This channel was started in November, and it's 10 months old. And you know, at the time of recording this, I'm approaching 850 subscribers, which is to me absolutely insane. You know, it's just me doing what I do. So thank you ever so much for supporting me. Thank you for coming on each and every journey with me. Thank you for coming with me as we've been on group digs and then back to this permission, which kicked things off. I started this channel. Really to create memories, to record the things that I find, and really just, you know, showcase the stuff that I find. I never in a million years expected in less than a year to be this many subscribers, the amount of watch hours, just insane, absolutely insane. I thought I'd just take this minute, because while ever I focus on, oh, subscribe because I'm heading to 1,000, what an achievement, you know, and that's down to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, and long may it continue. Right guys, just moved on to the other field. Lovely and flat, lovely and soft, like butter, like a knife through butter when you put it in. We've got a little target down there, a little artifact just down here, 14s, and it's just this one, which is a little end of a buckle just there. That's just the remnants of what's left of it. from that. I'm not sure what style that would have been. Not at all. It looks like it's got some age to it to me. Just there, but that's what it is. A little bit of a buckle. There we go. So we know there's history on here, so let's keep going and see what else we can find. Alright guys, another little signal just down here. I'll show you actually before we talk about it. 35 to 38. Now I'm not sure what this is. This is the second one I found of these. Again, that says it comes up there. And then we've got what looks like a flower. Now the other one is broken there. But this has got 2 petals on a stalk with a flower from what it looks like. And on the back there, and now on the back there we've got these sort of, uneven rings that go through it, through the design. Just rings upon rings. These ones up here are less, are more obtuse than these ones down at the bottom, but there's no particular order to all these circles that are on there. It's that sort of looks like a claw. I'm not quite sure what this is, so if you've got any clue, give me a quick shout. But that's the second one of these I found. The other one was like that the other week, and this one, so obviously off the same bit. Anyway, let's carry on, see what else we can find. Onto a coin down there, big signal. Into the 70s just there. It's just this one, but I'm not 100% sure because I've seen something on the back, but it's obviously a coin, we can see it there. Let's give it a good clean up, let's see what we've got. Now on the other field, we don't find many copper coins. This one looks heavily corroded. Heavily on this side, look. Heavily, just there, look. I think this is modern. Got anything on this side? It's heavily corroded. Let's get a brush out. Thought it was modern, and I think if we get the right light you'll be able to see Elizabeth just coming through there, just there. And with that, I want to say it's a 5p. That's what I want to say. It's heavily corroded, but a coin is a coin. There you go, can you see her? Just there. Could be a 6p, I suppose. I just really can't see anything. It's heavily corroded. Heavily. There you go, modern coins for you. Let's carry on to the next. Guys, and just like that, on this other field, we are on hammered. I knew it couldn't just end there, but we've been bits and pieces in these fields and it's very trashy. But now I'm concentrating. That is hammered, I am almost sure. Let's take you down. And this will be my favourite find of the day. Just literally because it's on a different field. That is hammered all day long. Look at that. Should we have a look? Oh, look at that. Let's get some spray. What can we see on this side first? Because this looks like it's a beauty. It's bent. Is that lawn? Does it say lawn at the top? Because I'm going to bet you this is an Eddie Penny, but it's a full hammered. And if you look, Look at the flan at the top, so if any, won't be much clipping here. Let's hope the other side's really nice. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to have a look, but that looks like a full hammered on a new field. Let's have a look. Right guys, so that's what we've just seen just there. No cleaning as yet. Oh, it's going to be Irish. Is it? Oh, have I got my hopes up too soon? Right, let's get this cleaned up and see. No, it's not Irish. I thought it were Irish for a minute when I just saw that. There we go, look at that coming through. And give it a slight brush. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Hammered on a different field. Right next to the Field of Dreams. So have we got a contender? Have we got a contender that will produce similar to what we've been finding on there? Look at that. There we go, guys. Let me switch cameras and we'll have a better look. Right guys, got you really in just there, and just there you'll see the crown. It's a penny, and if we move slightly really hard to try and get you focused in just there. Alright guys, whichever way I hold this we're struggling, but you should be able to see EDWAR just there, which would suggest this is an Edward penny. You can see the bust that side, not as in great condition as I expected given what we've just seen here, but it's a full hammered penny. Hit a little bit just here, but if you look, there's not much clipping on this one at all, but we get a full penny. That is absolutely stunning, absolutely brilliant. A new field and hammered. Let's see if there's any more on here. That's absolutely stunning. Let's get some pictures. Let's carry on. Right guys, carry on the tradition. If some people like to trace these, so I've included it. So we've got GB 2000 L89650. There you go. I mean, I don't do it myself, but I do know people like to do that, so if you'd like to do that, there is the numbers. There we go. On to the next. Right guys, time for the roundup. Got the 3 cup quarters just there, but we're going to start here actually. Toasted, roasty toasty, modern Elizabeth. We've seen on there potentially a 6pence, a farthing. I'm not quite 100% sure. I can't see much on that side because it's so corroded.
We've then got a little halfpenny, Elizabeth again. Got this little thing. We found one of these the other week, found another one today. This one's got a little bit more detail down at the bottom just there. If you know what that is, give me a shout. I mean, that looks like a paw. But then on this side we've got the flower, so we've got two of those now. A little buckle that we found, clog clasp, and pigeon ring, which we've been through. Obviously we've been through the toasty coins. We'll go through these Romans. This one here with the detail just there tells me that that's Roman. A little bronze coin just there, unfortunately battered to hell on that side. And then we've got this one, which I thought was bronze, but it's actually silver, look. I've just done a quick silver test on that, and it's silver, and I did not know. So we've got a little bit of silver Roman as well. So that's two bits of silver Roman that's come off here. Then we've got the 3 cut quarters, and then this beauty, which I'm over the moon with because it's off this new field. The one next to the Field of Dreams is now producing hammered coins. There we go, and we've not spent long on here, but that's an absolute beauty. But find of the day has to be this one. Has to be. I mean, that comes a close second because of the circumstances. It's the first hammered coin off this new field, but that, look at it, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And that is find of the day. Look at the detail, it's absolutely amazing. I'm going to flip you around. We're going to get done and dusted because I need to get off home because we're back here tomorrow on this new field. So there we go. I'll flip you around, we'll do the outro. Right guys, that is the end of the episode. Another stunning day back on the Field of Dreams. And then we have a rival because this new field has produced a hammered coin. I mean, we've not spent much time on it, but it's produced a hammered coin. So that's absolutely sensational. Can't wait to come back up here. I think we're back up here tomorrow. So we'll be able to see if anything more comes up. A little bit of a buckle came up off here. That little flower thing as well. So absolutely brilliant. Love today. In the end, I think it's done me some good. Feel loads better. The fines help with that. But you know, we're back here tomorrow, another fantastic day. The Roman brooch is absolutely amazing. That's about it. Enough to say, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following me on my journey. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button now. That's about it. I've been Ads, and I'll see you in the field very soon.